Sheesh starting things off a very good laser. Sheesh actually a guy who, when he's on, is arguably one of the best in the entire game. I've seen him pull off some incredible stuff a few months ago.
Yeah, that should be pretty cool. It is a nice open side that he's choosing. He can get the quick height advantage, but we'll see what he finds out. We saw in the past map, R versus Colwyn, R tended to like this left side a lot more, whereas Colwyn tended to move down the right. Quick shot, and he's actually able to exchange there. So he takes 2 armors. That's really a huge issue for him coming in for this attack.
Yeah, Sheesh was very close to picking off another defender there. Oh, man, and almost gets Garpy across the map. So 2 very close shots, and this could have actually been a very quick round for him had he been able to land, though. Still comes back with a nice 17-meter hit, though, and picks off his opponent around the side of the pole. That was a very narrow opportunity there. He didn't have much room to actually attack there, but manages to land that in a quick start for Infused.
Well, like you said, those great lasers for Sheesh, being able to take advantage of that. And we'll see what Kawa can do right now coming in. He's also going to be taking this left route. It seems a little bit more beneficial because on the right side, the defenders, they just have so many opportunities to hide. There's so many obstructions that it can be really difficult to get in there. Quick snipe of that rocket, so just kind of protecting himself right there. He doesn't have to dodge that much if he's going to be able to hit those sweet shots.
Yeah, and it looks like his opponents have actually decided to kind of pull off that line. I'm not sure if the rocket was what prevented him from actually hitting from that jump pad up to the top left-hand corner high ground that he was going for or not. Oh, it manages to pick off the defender, but unfortunately loses another point of armor. So 2 defenders to just 1 point of armor. That does favor our defenders just a little bit, but Kawa trying to get position on the goal here.
Yeah, dodging one of those rockets behind the jump ramp, but they actually rush him, so they're able to take him down real quick behind that goal. So, getting down early, this seems like it's a very defensive map, but a quick 2-0 start for Infuse, and a lot of it's just because of Sheesh's lasers being able to win that attacking round when it seems like a mostly defensive map. So we'll see what they can do kind of here. Still the same route, but you can see how the defenders are kind of lining up. They're trying to, get out in the open where they can hit those long-range rockets and then just kind of peek back behind some blocks.
And if we remember, the defenders were actually posted up behind that corner there a second ago, or on the previous attack round for Infused, I should say, when Sheesh was out there. Now, Kaspa's actually being hunted down, takes a shot from each member of Dignitas and dies. He goes away, and we have a 2-1 advantage now at the moment for Infused. Garpy looking to tie things up right here.
Yeah, and that seems really rough to be forced down into that little area there because it's really exposed. There aren't some quick areas that you can access. He could either jump backwards, in which case he's going to be going through the air and open to some quick shots, or he could try and wall jump right up that cliff. And then, as you saw, he took the rocket. Quick shot, 52 meters.
Unbelievable. Well done with the wall jump, too, so we didn't have... he had very little time to line that up because not only was he moving horizontally, but he was also moving vertically, too. So a very difficult shot there. But Garpy lands it, gives himself a nice advantage. Great flick shot actually there as well. The defender trying to rush down his opponent. That's not going to work. Garpy with a flawless round there. Doesn't lose a point of armor in a great attack round.
Really impressive play from Garpy to be able to swing around his opponent a little bit. I'm surprised that the defender couldn't actually take him down when they were that close range, but not quite able to land those rockets. A lot of it because of Garpy's quick dodges, but we'll see what he can do. Making his way in. Sens coming in for the attack round, trying to pull it into Infuse's favor.
Yeah, very narrowly missed his opponent there. Whoa! And then almost takes a rocket to the face, but manages to avoid that too. And we'll see what he can do from here on out, trying to get position on the high ground, and can't actually land anything, doesn't see anyone out in the open. Does take 1 rocket, but narrowly avoided, basically getting picked off or insta-gibbed right away the first time he had dropped down from the high ground.
Those bouncing rockets right through that narrow opening are brutal, so forcing him back a little bit. He's in a dangerous spot here, but he's going to go in for the last-second capture potentially, or just maybe look for those rockets. Oh, trying to get a laser. He does go down. Garpy on the far side.
Garpy, yeah, actually on those
2
laser
shots.
pads all the way off to the right. So, of course, when you're on the laser pad, you get that additional zoom function too, whether you're the defender or the attacker. So, makes those shots a little bit easier, and he had very little room to actually play around with the little defensive block that was sitting there for him because the defenders were quickly coming around from his flank. So, Frantic now trying to make a big advantage for Dignitas. We'll see if he can pull it off.
Ooh, quick shot. So taking someone down 43 meters. It's interesting. We haven't actually seen much use of those laser pads so far, and a lot of it seems to be because most of the vision of the map is cut off. There's like an obstruction right in front of the laser pad, so you can only really see the back side of the map. But it does really work when they're coming in from this this far side for the capture.
Yes, it does. And Frantic, that's a very difficult position to be in. Loses 1 point of armor, 2, now 3. That's whenever you miss that jump like that, puts yourself in a very dangerous position. It was a very risky move for Frantic there, and unfortunately it didn't work out for Dignitas at all.
Yeah, you saw he looked like a rat backed into a corner there, just frantically trying to get out of there. I didn't say it. Don't say it, Kevin.
Oh, God.
But he's able to back off.
And that's
Sheesh
all for us,
in.
guys. We're going to sign off for the night and
go back to our games. Sheesh coming in. He had that really nice attacking round the last time. Those open lasers to his benefit. But we'll see what he can do here. Taking the quick turnaround, trying to get him, but he's actually backed into a corner. They're rushing him down, trying to take those quick shots, and he gets out and hits the laser on his way out. So great job from Sheesh to get himself out of there.
Yeah, I got into a really rough position, and Frantic is down at the moment. Garpy all the way back. He was still playing around towards those laser pads off to that side. That would be an overpowered laser pad position, so obviously there's not one sitting there. Kawa and Garpy have actually both fallen back just 4 seconds until this goal becomes capturable.
Yeah, you see him quick turning to the right, but he does go down.
Oh, wow.
That was looking like a pretty sweet round, but Garpy with the long-range rocket, Sheesh almost just walking into it.
That was actually
was
the
it a
laser pad
all
all the way from the side.
Wow.
Yeah, that was like an 80-meter shot there.
Wow, so really short opening. So he just picked them off right in between those openings there. That's an impressive shot.
Very cool stuff. So, all right, well, now Kawa's on the attack. Dignitas has done a pretty good job of taking control of this afterwards, after the initial rough start where 2 points were taken in a row for Infused. So we'll see if Kawa can keep that going in their favor. Playing a little bit more passively, as he tends to do. Some attackers love to just get up in the defenders' faces and rely on their flick shots to be able to carry them through a round. Not Kawa, though. He's going to see if he can pick off anyone from afar before he decides to assault the point.
Wow, I'm surprised they weren't able to get any rockets on him when he was taking that aggressive jump path. But he does back himself in the backside, so there's not going to be any lasers hitting him, so we'll see what he can do. He gets up real quick, not able to hit those shots, but they are playing pretty defensively. He's going in for the goal capture, 3v1. He hits one laser, but goes down just barely. That was really close.
Yeah, no kidding. Kawa is kind of been the master of just rushing in when there's 3 defenders and sitting on the capture point and finding a way to make it work. We joked in some of the IPL5 qualifiers that there was actually that he was actually kind of like Neo for a while, and he ended up just throwing out Matrix quotes every time he did it.
It was pretty impressive. I enjoyed it. So we'll see what he can do here. Kaspa making his way in. It is 4-4. So this has been a really even match so far. Both of these teams looking really impressive. Those rockets bouncing right around the corner there, trying to get some nice opportunities. And he does peek out, gets the quick laser. So recognizing where the defender is going to be just camping him, is able to take him down.
All right. Well, no eyes from Dignitas. Looks like they finally spot him off to the side. Surprised Frantic actually didn't get hit. Garpy, though, with a very nice shot to actually zone out his opponent a little bit.
Exposed.
Yeah, exactly. And then he had to actually bounce back off of the wall jump, whereas where he wanted to get up on top of the high ground there. And as soon as he did, Frantic was sitting around behind him and able to pick him off.
Garpy making his way in, been really strong on the defense so far. Picks off one of those rockets. We'll see what he can do on his way in for this attack.
Okay, let's actually see where the defenders are posting up at for now. You can see, finally, this is the first time that Infused has decided to jump back onto the laser pad, so we'll see if that actually comes in handy for them. No, Sen's actually already jumping off of those and starting to assault a little bit further. Garpy sitting up on high ground for the time being. Well,
and the interesting thing with those laser pads is it seems like it would require a lot of team coordination to use them effectively, just because you have such narrow windows when an attacker is just kind of streaking across the map where you're going to be able to hit them in those tight openings from those laser pads. So you really need to just have a great understanding of where the attacker is at any point in time in order to pick off those quick shots.
Okay, well, Garpy somehow avoiding every one of those rockets. I'm not sure how. He still has full armor, but unfortunately only 7 seconds left now to assault the point. Tries to stand on top of it, only gets 0%, so not at all. He touched it enough so that it registered, oh, hey, you're capturing something, but didn't actually get any time.
Yeah, but you see, this is a very defensive map. Both of these teams are having a lot of difficulty taking these attacking rounds. So, the first person to strike almost, that could be huge. It is 1-to-1 in attacking rounds so far, but most of the points are coming from those defensive rounds. So we'll see, if any of them can take it. That could really just be the deciding point, because that'd be a 2-point swing.
I think that Infused is a little bit more vulnerable on the defense. I've loved the defensive positions positions that Dignitas has taken so far. I appreciate that Sens is trying something a little bit different here rather than just rushing up around that left-hand side like we saw everyone else. But Garpy has been on point with that laser pad, so it's going to be very difficult to assault.
Well, and that's why he's able to push him off of it, so he's not allowing Garpy to get that positioning. He does try and get him, not able to pick him off there as he's turning around, but we'll see if he can make his way in. He's allowing Garpy to get actually behind him, and so now he's kind of pinched for a second here. He takes 2 shots, 1 armor left. He can't quite grab him, does pick off someone, but it's just too little too late, and he does go down. That's really difficult. Once he found himself in that tight, exposed corridor, he wasn't quite able to, find those shots that he was looking for.
All right. Frantically on the attack now. We'll see what he can do here as taking that familiar left-hand side position once again. We'll see. It looks like he catches a defender very far in the back towards those laser pads. Can't land the shot, though. That would have been a pretty incredible shot, though, I have to point out. It looks like Infused decides to switch up their defensive position just a little bit and takes the more familiar route that we saw from our earlier teams.
And I have a kind of minor heart attack every time I see them jump up on that little circular enclosure there, because I just know if I were playing right now, I'd fall right down in the center of it every single time. But we'll see. He does make his way back, does get that quick zoom, trying to see if he can pick someone off from this pad.
Yeah, it's also a quicker recharge time, too, on this laser pad. So he's doing a nice job of zoning out the defender so he can get himself a nice attack path. Can't land that shot. If he had actually taken that one, he'd been in a decent position. As it stands, he gets picked off as he stands on the goal. We're tied 6-6.
Yeah, so it is kind of cool to use the laser pad, but it's really just kind of difficult to find those opportunities because you have no vision of them. No defender is going to stick their neck out right in front of it. So it's just not the best choice. But he did, try and see if he could make use of it. So it was kind of interesting there for a second. But I don't know. We'll see what they can do. I'm kind of curious. What do you think? The routes so far that we've seen have mostly involved guys coming right over this left side.
Yeah,
it's a little bit more difficult to surge. Wow, someone getting in behind him actually, and they're just rush him down real quick. And I was actually just about to ask if you think the defenders might, because they're rushing down that left side, be able to pick them off on the left side a little bit more. And right there, Dignitas taking advantage of it.
Yeah, that's why I thought Infused was a little bit more susceptible to an attack round just due to their positioning.
Mm-hmm.
But I just gotta hope that, this is really going to come down to if someone can land that 40-meter hit from the high ground, that great jumping shot that we saw before. I forgot who had taken it, and I apologize for not remembering at the moment, but someone was actually wall jumping off of the center high ground there and able to land a 50-meter hit, and that's what kind of opened up the defenders because they were forced to play towards the center, and that's when we had our attacker actually have an opportunity to begin to assault this high ground. As it stands, Kawa has really nice position, though. This is the first time we've seen an attacker up here, and if he can pick off one of those fringe defenders, he'll actually be in a very nice spot.
Yeah, he's kind of leaving himself out in the open, but the goal is to bring out the defenders, allow himself those really long lasers, and if he can pick off one, like you said, that could really open up this attacking round 1v1. He could actually do this. This could be the game changer for Dignitas right now, trying to take it down.
And he gets it. Very nice shot there. And once again, Kawa is stepping up in the clutch for Dignitas. We've seen that repeated so many times over past tournaments, and does so again here. So Caspa actually has to land this attack round right now, otherwise the first map is going to go to Dignitas.
Well, this is a terrible situation for them because they need to win 2 attacking rounds. So with how defensive this map is so far, down 8-6, they need 2 attacking rounds in order to come back and win this, as well as the next defensive round. So that's just going to be a really tall order for them. Caspa making his way on the left side and taking the left corner. A lot of times we had seen they're just kind of hugging that interior wall, but with the rush last time of Dignitas, not taking any chances.
And Caspa already losing two quick armor points to begin this round. Kawa tucked back in that corner that we've seen him do so many times. Now, occasionally gets him in trouble, but when it pays off, as it did just then, the attacker can't really do anything about it.
Ooh, great shot there. He backs off really quickly. Second one, actually. So it's 1v1. This is exactly what they need. Infused, he needs to win this round. Caspa, be a hero.
We'll see. He comes over the high ground. That's a good position to be in, trying to pick off his opponent through the goalpost there. Can't actually land it. Oh. And it's caught flat-footed. So after the 2 great shots, kind of an uneventful anticlimactic end there to that map. That's a 1-0 for Dignitas.
Well, you saw he was a little scared at the last second there to rush that point, as opposed to like Kawa, who we've seen is very aggressive about dancing around that pole. Kaspa sitting back a little bit, trying to pick off that last shot, and then the quick rocket, he does go down. But 9-6, really great play from Dignitas. We'll see what they can do in this next map. I actually haven't seen this map before, so do you actually know the name of this?
This map is Swift.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if this is actually the map they're going to play on, although they're warming up on it, so
Okay.
I assume that this is going to be the case. Could very well have been a situation where they set up a rotation beforehand, although that seems odd, I guess, if they both had picked the right maps. Looks like people are going ahead. Are they going to pick this map? No, okay, they just vote switch to a new map, so we'll figure